what I have said was, and yes, I have been to conferences like this and been on programs, etc. And most of the people say what you sort of said before was that someday silver is going to be demonetized, gold will be demonetized, and will be replaced by Bitcoin. Maybe. What I have said about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and by the way, all money is going to be on the computer. It already is in China. In China, you cannot take a taxi with money. You cannot buy an ice cream with money. It's all, they're way ahead of most of the world. I mean, and now everybody is working on it, of course, including Washington. Everybody's trying to put the money on the computer because they love it. Oh my God, first of all, it's a lot cheaper and more efficient for them. But more important than that, Justin, is they will then know everything you do. They will call you up one day and say, Justin, you've been drinking too much coffee this month. Stop. They'll know everything about you. And my goodness, that's what they love. They love the power and the control that computer money will give them. So it's all going to be there. Now, in my view, once the U.S., I'll use the U.S. since we're Americans, once the U.S. says, okay, this is money now, this is what's money. But if you want to use that money over there, you can use that money. It's not the way Washington works. That's not the way politicians work. That's not the way politicians anytime in history, anytime in the world have worked. They like control, they like power, they like regulation, they like everything. I would love if it were that would fall. I mean, if we could figure out a way to get around them and not have to let them know everything we're doing and not have the total control that they do. And if that's what you meant before, then fine. But my reading of history, Justin, is most of the time, most countries and most politicians, most people in power want to control the monopoly and want to keep control over money because money is the most important. Now, hooray, hooray, if someday Bitcoin or something else is going to change that. I'm skeptical. And because of the reasons I have said, I mean, anything can happen, of course, but also as far as your point about demonetization, a potential problem, of course, is, and we've started having some, for instance, in Myanmar recently, they closed down the internet. Well, it's not going to do you much good to have internet money, crypto money, if there's no internet. And this is a whole country of 75 million people or something. The internet was closed. If they had all been relying on cryptocurrencies, they wouldn't be able to eat. They wouldn't be able to do anything. But that is a problem. And as you know, in Texas earlier this year, there was a gigantic storm. There was no electricity for 4 days in Texas. So, Justin, what do you do if there's no electricity? You can't go down to the shop and say, I'd like some bread, but my money's closed because there's no electricity. The guy's going to say, I'm really sorry, Mr. Rogers, but I can't give you bread without money, without something. And I'm sorry, the electricity's down. It's down for me too. If you want to give me some silver, I'll take it. But I'm not going to sell you bread unless I have something that's money. I mean, those are other potential problems down the road. But that's my only point. I know there are many smart people are buying and selling cryptocurrencies every day and making a lot of money. Hooray. As long as they're trading vehicles, I don't see any politicians getting too upset, although they will, because they get upset about everything they don't control. No, certainly don't see them outlawing crypto as trading vehicles. If they become a threat to their power and their control and their money, then I would suspect they will do something.